The year 2025. The future is here, but will Ripple be a part of it? XRP has been stuck in low gear for years, but is a $33 billion rally about to ignite its engines? We're diving deep into the rumors of an XRP surge. Is it real? Is XRP finally going to break free? Let's find out. Look, let's be honest, XRP's price action lately has been about as exciting as watching paint dry. But hey, maybe that's just the calm before the storm, right? Buckle up, because we're about to explore some reasons why a massive XRP rally could be brewing right under our noses. From our chart here, we can see that we have had this slippage to the downside. We can see that this is a three-wave correction pattern, okay? And what I do want to kind of say here is that things are looking okay. They're not too bad, and I'm going to show you why I believe this to be the case. Okay, so we've had this little move up, we had this pull to the downside, and this did come down deeper than the 1.618 Fibonacci level. However, this area has been invalidated, or the idea of a downward trend from an Elliott wave theory point of view has been invalidated. Now, there are still some concerns here, right? We can, of course, still see that we are fighting against that daily 200 exponential moving average. That is our white line going through the chart here. And our blue line, our 50 exponential moving average, has, of course, just crossed down lower than the 200. This is a death cross, right? Where we see the shorter term moving average going down lower than the longer term moving average. However, I do think we are going to be on the cusp of a fantastic run to the upside. And as the intro of today's video, we're talking about a $33 billion rally coming for XRP. Okay, so although the price action most recently has been, well, a little bit lackluster, I do think it's a temporary setback for XRP. Okay, so we're going to jump into the charts again, and we're going to kind of show you where my expectations are for this price action, where I think the best value is likely to be in the kind of short to medium term. Okay, if I zoom out just a fraction here, you can see that we do have this little area. Now, this is worst case scenario in my opinion, because I do see us with, lower highs here and lower lows. This is pretty obvious on the chart, but I do think that this has actually already met our minimum expectations. That three-wave pattern here that I did show you earlier is part of a much bigger play, which is also a three-wave pattern over here. So it does look like we found a bit of a local bottom for XRP, and this particular area, although we have the idea of a further move to the downside towards 33 cents, it does look like it's holding up at the moment. Now, if of course we do see price action slip down towards and lower than 41.88 cents, then yeah, we're probably going to still be thinking about 33 cents as our lows. But on the grander scheme of things, or on the larger time frames, specifically the weeklies, the monthlies, and as we zoom out and we start thinking about 2024 into 2025, actually all of these opportunities are right here in front of us on these daily timeframes, on the 4-hour time frame, on the 1-hour time frame. On these smaller timeframes, we do see the opportunity for dollar cost averaging and for building out those positions. Okay, so although the price action at the moment has been, well, a little bit poor recently, I do think we are on the cusp of a fantastic surge to the upside. So let's jump down into some of the reasons and the rationale as to why. Buckle up, crypto crew, because the entire crypto market could double before the year ends. That's right, from stagnant to the moon. But what could cause this epic moonshot? And will XRP catch a ride on that rocket? Well, we're about to break down the factors fueling this potential market explosion and whether XRP is positioned to blast off with it. As you can see here on the news, right, XRP poised for a $33 billion bull shock amid Ripple CEO eyeing doubling of the crypto market before 2025. Now, there's a few things I want to kind of cover off in here, right? And so let's actually kind of shoot on down this article just for a moment, because at the moment, at the point of recording this video, the market cap's hovering around that $2 to $2.5 trillion mark, right? And what we're talking about here is doubling that, right? We're talking about the market moving up to $5 trillion. Okay, so a $5 trillion crypto market. Now, at the moment, Bitcoin's contributing about 1.3 trillion to the pool of about 2.3 to 2.5 trillion dollar mark, as indicated in the article here. And basically, what Brad Garlinghouse, in a recent interview with CNBC, is saying is that he's predicting a massive price swing in the crypto market, taking the market cap of all crypto up to about $5 trillion in Q4, with Bitcoin pulling in the majority of that weight. Okay, and this is obviously fueled from the ETFs and a lot of the other stuff that's going on. And I think he's not actually far off. A few years ago, we were predicting, the crypto market to balloon up towards that kind of $6 to $9 trillion level. And so to see a $5 trillion, I think, is actually really reasonable. Now, if the market were to balloon up to $5 trillion, that would be an equivalent of an additional $33 billion market pump for XRP, which would see some pretty phenomenal gains on the price action. So let me know in the comments below, do you think that a $5 trillion market cap for all crypto is likely? And do you think XRP is going to have its share of that by eyeing up a $33 billion surge in its market cap as well? Let me know in the comments down below. For years, Ripple has been touted as the banker's coin. And well, hey, times are changing. Get ready for Ripple 2.0, the DeFi disruptor. We're going to break down how Ripple's stepping into the wild world of decentralized finance and what this could mean for XRP. So here you can see in the news that Ripple's stepping into the world of DeFi, announces that the XRP lending protocol. So Ripple developers have introduced a proposal for a native lending protocol on the XRPL. This is the XRP ledger. The proposal protocol seeks to establish a censorship-resistant DeFi ecosystem within XRP. The initiative, if implemented, could significantly enhance financial inclusivity and transparency. Now, obviously, a lot of people know about DeFi, right? Decentralized finance, and the power behind it. Unfortunately, there are millions of people all around the world, if not billions, that are unbanked, right? These are people who do not have access to some of the most basic tools when it comes to the finance world. Some of them simply don't have bank accounts, they can't get loans, they can't do business, they can't do commerce with each other, and new economies are emerging within the Web3 space on the back of this technology. And with Ripple stepping into the world of DeFi, I think we could see a bridge between traditional finance and decentralized finance. And, XRP is very well positioned to actually take advantage of some of those markets that have been untapped. And I do think that we are going to see a significant surge of new users onboarding onto the XRPL through decentralized. And if this proposal does go through, it's going to put Ripple on the map alongside some of the other greats that are doing some fantastic work for the unbanked and specifically creating new economies in the undeveloped worlds. You can let me know your thoughts and opinions on this in the comments down below. But essentially, I think this is a fantastic step forward. So I do want to see this one kind of get across the line and get this DeFi, censorship-resistant DeFi protocol and ecosystem within the XRPL up and running and live, because this is changing the world for the better. This is real-world utility within the XRP ledger. Looks like the SEC might be in hot water. Their lawyers are facing sanctions over allegedly misleading the call in the debt box case. But what exactly went down, and could this have a ripple, yes, pun intended, effect on the entire crypto market? Let's take a look. So the SEC lawyers are facing possible sanctions. A US court could impose sanctions on the SEC lawyers, with possible sanctions for pleading false arguments in the debt bot case. Now, are we surprised? Let's be honest. No, we're not. Like, this is something that happens probably more than we know, right? And this could actually be pretty interesting to see how it unfolds across the entire crypto market, and more specifically with the Ripple case as well. If the lawyers, the SEC lawyers are, of course, pleading misinforming and basically misleading and basically lying, face out lying to the court, then maybe this is going to carry weight in other cases around the crypto market as well. Because it doesn't surprise me that the corrupt organization that is the SEC, led by the corrupt individual that is Gary Gensler, it doesn't surprise me that this is now coming to light. I've been talking about the SEC and the Ripple versus the SEC versus Ripple case for quite a few years, and I've often said that it doesn't appear that the SEC really know what they're doing, or they are deliberately being really, really bad lawyers. And you can let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. But essentially, we saw them make mistake after mistake, delay after delay, and it just feels like they really aren't very good at what they do, and they don't really understand the Web3 space. At least that's on the face of what I'm seeing through the news, through the articles, and their actions in court. So to see them kind of providing and pleading false arguments and basically misleading the court deliberately, I want them to see them. I want to see the SEC lawyers face sanctions, but I also want to see them lose their jobs, get fired, because they shouldn't be in these positions, right? This is a government organization, right, who should be a little bit more professional about the things that they are doing. They know they're corrupt. We know these things, but nonetheless, this to me just demonstrates why we need a decentralized protocol for basically electing these individuals to run these organizations. Because at the moment it just feels like they get their friends in places, and it's who they know, and it's like backhand deals and all that kind of stuff going on. And to be honest with you, it's quite embarrassing. So it'll be interesting to see how this does unfold, whether sanctions are imposed on these SEC lawyers, and whether or not this will have a ripple effect on the SEC versus Ripple case and the wider crypto market. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, because this one could get spicy. While the big boys are having a bath, XRP is having its own pool party. That's right, folks. XRP is bucking a trend with a whopping $1.3 million in inflows. What's causing the sudden surge, and is this a sign of things to come? Let's find out. So XRP is bucking its trend, or bucking the crypto trend, right? This is to really reference the fact that we are seeing volumes or outflows from Bitcoin ETFs, and we're actually seeing inflows into the XRP coin. And what's really interesting is, the difference between what's going on with XRP, what's going on with Ethereum, what's going on with Bitcoin. So amid the kind of broader outflow trend, XRP stands out with $1.3 million in inflows. This unexpected surge is in interest could be attributed to specific factors driving demand for XRP. One potential factor could be growing adoption on Ripple's technology solutions, particularly its cross-border payment platform. In addition to the influx of $1.3 million in inflows, XRP price performance further underscores its resilience and attractiveness to investors. Currently priced at the point of recording this video just over 50 cents, XRP has seen a modest 0.8% in the last 24 hours, and more significant 3% over the past week. So we know that the price action hasn't been the best, but we do know is that there's still a significant amount of inflows going into XRP, whereas we are seeing outflows when it comes to Bitcoin, and we're seeing outflows when it comes to Ethereum. This does mean that XRP is standing out from the crowd for many different reasons. It could be, of course, the cross-border solutions, but I think there's actually a more interesting thing going on here with the idea that the price actions consolidated down so much, a price surge is likely to occur, and people are getting ready. They're getting into those positions ahead of what is to come. You can let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. So with a potential $33 billion flowing into XRP before the year ends, what kind of price prediction could that bring XRP? Well, we're going to zoom out of our chart here, because we have spoken about this a number of different times. If the crypto market was to balloon up by, by 2.5 trillion or towards that $5 trillion level, then we could see a significant surge for XRP in the range of around $33 billion, which is going to obviously see an increase in the price action. Now, we've obviously been talking about some of these price predictions and a number of videos throughout the year. And for the most part, I still align to where we've been predicting before. We aren't talking about the $100, the $1,000, or the $10,000 XRP price. What we are, of course, referencing is the idea that we're not yet at that point where they flick the switch and XRP is used for cross-border payments around the world. Okay, we're talking about a nice, reasonable price appreciation in line with the rest of the crypto market ballooning up and doubling in size by the end of the year. That would put us at around the $5.59, right? So basically $5.59 would be our one-to-one nice area to kind of be expecting, with the potential of rallying up towards $11.26 on the kind of larger kind of time scale. Now, that's not necessarily to say that's going to happen, definitely guaranteed by the end of the year, but I think it is something that we need to be targeting out. The consolidation phase for XRP has been one thing, with the lawsuit looking to come to an end with settlement negotiations going on. I do think we are likely to see closure to that case, XRP getting the clarity that it deserves, and of course that price surge and appreciation will come after. So by the end of the year, $5.59 to $11.26 I think is a nice, reasonable expectation. Of course, it could be completely lowballing it. It could completely outperform this, but let me know what your price predictions are by 2025 in the comments down below. But if that isn't enough to kind of get your appetites wet for what is to come in the crypto market, why don't you check out this video right here where we're discussing a little bit of what's going on with Cardano and some of its crazy moves as well.